I cannot live without books. This quote by Thomas Jefferson, a lifelong bibliophile and collector of books, expresses his deep love for reading and the knowledge and insights that books provide. Jefferson believed that books were essential for personal growth and enlightenment, and that access to them was a fundamental right of every individual. In fact, he believed so strongly in the importance of books that he even donated his personal library to the Library of Congress after it was burned down by the British during the War of 1812. All men are created equal. This famous line from the Declaration of Independence, which Jefferson helped draft, expresses a core belief in human equality and natural rights. Jefferson believed that all individuals, regardless of race, gender, or social status, were endowed with certain inalienable rights, including the rights to life, liberty, and the pursuit of happiness. While Jefferson's personal beliefs and actions did not always align with this ideal, his words helped to inspire movements for civil rights and equality throughout American history. I have sworn upon the altar of God eternal hostility against every form of tyranny over the mind of man. This quote, from a letter Jefferson wrote to Benjamin Rush in 1800, expresses his belief in the importance of freedom of thought and expression. Jefferson believed that individuals had the right to form their own opinions and beliefs, and that no government or institution had the right to dictate or control them. He believed that the free exchange of ideas was essential for the progress of society, and that any attempt to suppress or limit this exchange was a form of tyranny. Honesty is the first chapter in the Book of Wisdom. This quote, often attributed to Jefferson, reflects his belief in the importance of honesty and integrity in personal and public life. Jefferson believed that individuals who were honest with themselves and others were better able to make wise decisions and act in the best interests of society. He also believed that honesty and transparency were essential for a healthy democracy, as they allowed individuals to hold their leaders accountable for their actions. I never considered a difference of opinion in politics, in religion, in philosophy, as cause for withdrawing from a friend. This quote, from a letter Jefferson wrote to his friend John Adams in 1813, expresses his belief in the importance of friendship and respect for differing opinions. Despite his often contentious political and philosophical views, Jefferson believed that it was possible to maintain strong relationships with individuals who held different beliefs. He believed that open and respectful dialogue was essential for personal and social growth, and that differences of opinion should be viewed as opportunities for learning and growth rather than as reasons for division and conflict. The tree of liberty must be refreshed from time to time with the blood of patriots and tyrants. This quote, from a letter Jefferson wrote to William Stephen Smith in 1787, reflects his belief in the importance of revolution and resistance against oppressive governments. Jefferson believed that individuals had a right and a duty to overthrow governments that failed to uphold their natural rights and to establish new governments that better reflected their interests and values. While he recognized that revolution could be costly and painful, he believed that the preservation of liberty was worth the sacrifice. Educate and inform the whole mass of the people. They are the only sure reliance for the preservation of our liberty. This quote, from a letter Jefferson wrote to James Madison in 1787, expresses his belief in the importance of education and informed citizenship for the health of democracy. Jefferson believed that a well-educated and informed populace was essential for the success of democratic government, as it ensured that individuals could make informed decisions and hold their leaders accountable. He also believed that education was essential for personal growth and fulfillment, as it allowed individuals to develop their talents and pursue their interests. When injustice becomes law, resistance becomes duty. This quote, often attributed to Jefferson but likely of unknown origin, expresses the idea that individuals have a moral obligation to resist unjust laws and systems. Jefferson believed that government existed to serve the interests of the people and that when it failed to do so, individuals had a right and a duty to resist. He recognized that resistance could be difficult and dangerous, but he also believed that it was necessary for the preservation of liberty and justice. I predict future happiness for Americans, if they can prevent the government from wasting the labors of the people under the pretense of taking care of them. This quote, from a letter Jefferson wrote to Thomas Cooper in 1802, reflects his belief in limited government and individual liberty. Jefferson believed that government should play a minimal role in the lives of individuals, allowing them to pursue their own interests and goals without interference. He believed that excessive government regulation and intervention could stifle creativity and innovation and that individuals were best able to determine their own needs and interests. I am a great believer in luck, and I find the harder I work, the more I have of it. This quote, often attributed to Jefferson, reflects his belief in the importance of hard work and perseverance in achieving success. While Jefferson was a man of considerable talent and intelligence, he also recognized that success was often a result of effort and dedication. He believed that individuals who worked hard and remained committed to their goals were more likely to achieve them, regardless of any perceived advantages or disadvantages they may have had. There are only two people who can tell you the truth about yourself, an enemy who has lost his temper and a friend who loves you dearly. This quote, often attributed to Antisthenes, a Greek philosopher and student of Socrates, highlights the importance of self-awareness and honest feedback in personal growth and development. The quote suggests that when it comes to understanding ourselves, we need to seek out perspectives from both ends of the spectrum, those who may be critical of us and those who care for us deeply. The first perspective mentioned is that of an enemy who has lost their temper. While it's natural to want to avoid criticism from those who dislike us, the truth is that our enemies may see things about us that our friends or family members may not. They may be able to provide honest and unfiltered feedback that can help us identify areas for improvement and self-reflection. The second perspective mentioned is that of a friend who loves us dearly. While our friends may be more inclined to sugarcoat or overlook our flaws, those who truly care for us can provide valuable feedback that comes from a place of love and concern. They may be able to offer constructive criticism that helps us grow and improve in meaningful ways. Overall, the quote suggests that in order to truly understand ourselves, we need to be open to feedback from a range of perspectives, even those that may be uncomfortable or difficult to hear. By seeking out the truth about ourselves, we can better understand our strengths and weaknesses and work towards becoming the best versions of ourselves.